Hard Mark Podcast.
Shrimp on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie.
Do you respect that? That's corruption. I could make a fake snake. You do not pee in the pool. You do not pee
On the barbie.
All of myself is clean.
Welcome to the Hard Mark Podcast, everybody. A rumpus time has begun. My name is Eric Donaldson. The purpose of this show is to explore the mind of the weird and wonderful star of our program. He is the man of 54,097 compliments, the soul skater, the maitre d' of Matt Drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, a stand-up peer, and a low-down, dirty, fake snake, Flying Ryan Murphy. Ryan, how are you doing on this fine day?
I'm doing great. Fantastic.
Fantastic. I mean, you just did stand-up pee right before we went on air here today.
Yes, I did. Twice.
Proudly.
Yeah.
Wait, twice?
I peed before I got on, too.
Like right before?
Yeah, like pretty much. I'm drinking a tall Stone IPA, so I had to... It ran through me.
You had to expel the poison?
Yeah. I like to feel settled, you know.
As you should, as is your right. I have started, and I don't have any data to impart to yourself and the Markomaniacs here today on the inaugural edition of Rumpus Time, but I have started on my phone a notepad. I'm actively keeping track of the amount of times that I'm sitting versus standing to pee. So I should, in the near future, probably by next episode or so, have some actual concrete data to share with everybody here.
I mean, I'm interested to explore the data, but I just think it's odd that we even have this data, you know? It should...
I already have a hypothesis on this data, for the record.
Okay.
I think, and like, whatever, maybe we can get into it, maybe we save it for next episode, next Rumpus Time. But I think that I'm never 100% certain that I'm going to poop, and so I sit under the consideration that there may be poop happening. That has for sure happened twice since I started tracking this data.
I think you're backtracking here. Like, I think you're backtracking a little bit.
I've had two pees where I thought that I might poop, but then I didn't poop, so it was sit-down pees as a result.
I think if you're going to use that as part of this model, then you should account for that. Like, you can't just say, "Oh, I sat down and peed." You have to like account for that too.
I am. I have separate categories.
You have great data, Eric. I'm just saying, like, don't leave this part out. Like, you need to include that.
Yes,
yeah.
I have three categories right now. I have stand up.
Yeah.
I have thought I might poop, so I sat down, but I didn't actually poop, so I just peed. And then I have like I'm just sitting down to pee right now, and so I'm tracking each of those three different. Maybe there'll be a fourth category that I don't even know about yet. But again, Pee Tracker 5000 update coming next Rumpus Time for everybody. I know everyone's very, very concerned about it.
I don't hate you because you sit down and pee at all, Eric. I just think that it's an odd way to like go about your life. I think it's inefficient, and utilizing this ability to just stand up and pee like that effectively. I mean, we explored all these talking points last episode. I'm not going to rehash everything.
However, I'm going to make one quick point. I think you're saying how I'm not making use of my natural benefits as much as I maybe could be. The way I think about it is the difference between, say, like a Viagra and a Cialis. You know, Viagra, you're up and running right there. You got to take care of it immediately. A Cialis, no, you're just operating on your own time. You know, you don't have to rush.
I feel like you got a couple of calls on this on the podcast, and now you're really digging into it. Like,
can there be a night well, by the time people are hearing this, we would have already done Vegas. But stay tuned. Cialis night coming soon. We'll tell you all about Ryan's experience taking a Cialis before the wrestling show.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got to impress all the wrestling fans just walking around the arena.
Yeah.
In his gray sweatpants and his Cialis boner.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got him stumped, ladies and gentlemen. One other update from previous episodes before we move on in our rumpus time here. 401k stuff.
Yeah.
You gave me an unending amount of shit when I told you about my impending time off at the end of last year, and I gave you some of the projects that I had set aside for myself to do after months of postponing, both my own fault and not my own fault. I've finally completed the 401k project. All of my 401ks are now under one umbrella, Ryan.
I just okay, I haven't gone through it, but I don't think it should be. I don't know why. Did you do it yourself?
So I'm not going to go, I won't go into too much detail because I don't know how interesting this actually is. But what I had to do was I had to contact both of those separate companies. I had to literally call them. One company, I was able to just call and they just took care of it. The other company, I had to call. They directed me towards a form that I had to fill out and email to them. So that was kind of the initial process of what I had to do. Then both of those companies mailed me a check for my money. So they have to mail my 401k amounts to me.
Yeah.
Then once I have those amounts, or once I have those checks rather, I had to then contact my new company. I had to physically mail them those checks that I had received with documentation stating that my 401ks that I had with those previous companies were government endorsed, or whatever the terminology is that's escaping me right now, which when I called back to both of those companies to get that documentation, neither of them knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
One of them just basically directed me towards my big 50 or 60 page manual, or just send that. And then the other people were like, we need to get in touch with our legal department. They'll send you something in the next 2 weeks. So then I had to wait for those things. And then I had to go to the post office, physically mail the check, attach this documentation, and wait for that all to clear and hope that my new 401k company approved all these things, which they have. It is done. But that literally did take, I don't know, even if I had been super diligent about it, it would be a 2 to 3 week minimum to get all that done.
Okay. Yeah. So that you're right. We used to do these
the gutter cleaning of financial issues, both an extreme amount of work. I think we can all agree on that.
I hated people who rolled over fucking 401ks or Roth and convert. They would bring in checks, and there was a whole fucking process we had to go through. And it was the worst work. I fucking hated people like you, Eric, who did that shit to me. It is.
So you don't hate me for sitting down to pee, but you do hate me for rolling my 401k over.
It's brutal. There's a lot, but I figured there's probably a procedure, right? Because people now bounce company to company all the time, right? There's probably a streamlined procedure to roll this in all into one of your current companies for.
You'd think it'd be much easier than it actually is.
I would have thought, but what you're saying totally aligns with what I guess it actually is. And then you have to talk to people who don't know what the fuck is happening. And in fairness, that's not their job, is to handle their 401k is very delicate, and there's okay, fine, I get it. I guess maybe I kind of forgotten about what that, but I said, I just figured everyone switches companies now. You should just, hey, I'm moving this over,
right,
whatever.
But, I mean, to go along with your previously established political platform of get rid of daylight savings, everybody. I think we can lump this in hey, can we just make this 401k process a little bit easier, please?
There you go. Just, we got to streamline it. We got to automate. We got Colton on here. We'll let him automate this shit.
Absolutely. Okay, so now we've got those things, some kind of housekeeping items. We've got those sorted out. Question for you, my friend. And this ties in with baseball, as a matter of fact. This is a baseball thing, so we're going to get you... I know you're already in a great mood. I don't know, maybe this will piss you off. Maybe this will get you in a better mood. Have you seen the new DirecTV commercial?
No, I haven't seen any commercials in a long time.
Okay. There is a DirecTV commercial which features some fairly prominent baseball players from the past.
Nice.
And they are all dressed up like the Ghostbusters. This is, I thought for sure, because like you watch sports on TV, I thought every now and again, but maybe not.
I don't have cable at all. So.
Okay. Well then, in fact, in that case, give me one moment here.
Is Brett Boone included in this?
We can only wish for Brett Boone. He drives a hard bargain when it comes to negotiations. Okay. So DirecTV, this is like a little press release or something that they put out. DirecTV has launched Goat Busters, so not Ghostbusters, but Goat Busters, a new national ad campaign including baseball legends. Allow me to read to you these baseball legends that are included in Goat Busters, Ryan. Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, and David Ortiz.
That's basically the Mariners with one Boston Red Sox in there.
But why? Why would you throw in David Ortiz in that? I don't get it. Are we supposed to just pretend like 3 of those 4 men were not on the Seattle Mariners together?
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. You're right.
I'm going to send you this link right now.
Could have thrown Ichiro or something, just make it.
Right, exactly. But I just thought it was so weird because I literally recognized 3 out of the 4. The one I didn't recognize was David Ortiz.
Well, David Ortiz is a huge name in baseball, but you're right. At least mix all of them up,
Right, yeah. Get somebody who represents I don't know, fucking get John Rocker in there. Everybody loves John Rocker.
Should I play this?
Sure, why not? Fuck it, why not? Ryan's making a face.
Hey, I'm always glad when the Mariners, any Northwest team, gets some props, up here, because it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But, you're right. You're totally right about this. It should have been, why do 3 Mariners and 1 David Ortiz?
I guess, are we operating under the assumption that, most people don't recognize that, Alex Rodriguez had, a career with the Mariners? When people think Alex Rodriguez, are they exclusively thinking, Yankees now? Is that the deal?
I don't think so. And fuck Alex Rodriguez as a baseball player, as a Mariner. Fuck him. I don't understand the MLB. He is well known as being someone who took. Okay, I don't know if we've talked about this. I don't have a huge issue with steroids in baseball. I'm not someone who's blah, blah, blah. I don't have a huge issue with it, but baseball does. Baseball has a huge issue with steroids. So why their attachment to Alex? He's on every MLB network. He hosts the World Series on Fox. He is so tied in now, and I don't understand it. He wasn't even that good after he left. He's okay in Texas, and then he went to the Yankees, but he kind of fell apart, a little bit. And then he had the whole steroid scandal. And I don't know why it's in this commercial as an example, why Alex Rodriguez, what Griffey and Randy Johnson, fuck yeah, for sure. They're legends. You got a pitcher, you got a center fielder, right. But why Alex Rodriguez?
Because he dated Madonna, they're royalty.
You got to at least take A-Rod out of that and use that player as your variable for whatever you want to put in there. But weird.
Get Cecil Fielder in there, everybody.
Jay Buhner, man. Come on.
Jay Buhner. Maybe Frank Thomas was too busy with his low-T commercials, too.
Frank Thomas would have been an excellent choice, for this. Yeah.
Right.
Weird. Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Okay, all right. I was hoping to get a big rise out of you. Maybe you'd seen this, but I didn't realize this was breaking news for you here, Ryan.
Well, it's... There
we go.
Fuck DirecTV, too, but...
fuck DirecTV.
It's... That is odd. That's an odd choice that they went with.
Yeah, it struck me as very strange that 3 out of the 4 were prominent Seattle Mariners, and then the 4th was just we'll put David Ortiz in there for I don't know what particular reason. But yeah, if you're going to go with a theme, fucking theme it up, but don't break up the theme just to have some celebrity that I don't know. I didn't recognize him as, that's Major League Baseball's David Ortiz. I don't think he's that level. He's not a Frank Thomas low T level star.
What do you mean?
Have you not seen, well, I guess you haven't seen any commercials. You already said that. Frank Thomas is doing commercials now that's targeting men with low testosterone count, low T.
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's one of those things where you got to text a word to a number, and then you get a free sample of your low T medication. And Frank Thomas, he knows that your wife's going to like it, and he's going to make weird Frank Thomas sort of looks at the camera. He's going to mean mug you.
If they want to sponsor us, I'll fucking take some low T supplements.
I'm surprised you haven't jumped on the Keeps train just yet.
I don't need it, Eric. My hairline is just fine.
I mean, I can't even see. All I see is forehead right now, the way your camera is.
No, you don't.
I can't see your hairline right now. Okay, there it is. All right. You seem to be holding steady for the moment.
I think I'm holding steady. I think I'm holding
for the moment
just fine.
Okay.
I've heard that there's some sexual side effects to some of these hair keeping products, and I am not willing to sacrifice my prime for a little bit of.
Wait, this is borderline slanderous. What have you heard?
So I've looked, Eric. I've looked around, and I do my research, my own research.
Independent studies, yeah.
Yeah. And there is a lot of talk about some of these that, they may work for your hair. That may be they may actually do some good for your hairline,
mm-hmm.
but there is some serious sexual side effects to these Keeps specifically was one of them. And some of the stronger ones. I don't know if
Are we just talking about your boner stops working? Is that or
yeah?
Because I've heard about kinks.
You get more kinky?
No, totally. No, I've heard. I remember a buddy of mine, Chris Paxton. He was telling me, not that he took this for the record. He's supposedly
don't put Chris Paxton on the line here for the
kinked wiener. But no, a guy took one of those extends or something. One of the things that was supposed to make your wiener bigger. This guy developed a kink in his dick.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a full-on 45-degree angle thing, but apparently it was a noticeable kink in his wiener.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That might be worse. I don't know, mate.
Boner not working versus kink in the boner? I'd probably go kink.
Are we talking a general curve or a kink?
The way it was described to me was a full-on kink.
Yeah, that's awful.
Most of it's pointing north, and then all of a sudden one part juts west.
Yeah. See, these are the things I don't want to explore. I'll keep my I'm going to keep it as long as I can. We'll see. And then, maybe just take it off. But I'm not willing to risk what is, out there in other people's research to potentially have these sexual side effects.
I mean, we did. I'm not saying we have to do this, but we did set a precedent last episode of calling special guests. We know Devin.
You want to ask him if he's?
We could ask him if his wiener still works after using Keeps.
I feel that knowledge would be good. I don't know if we want to put him on blast right on air.
I mean, I would tell him you're on the podcast, so that way he's aware.
I think he's aware. Eric, I'll leave that up to you. I'd love to listen.
I'm going to do it. Let's see here.
If he wants to send me a trial version, if he has.
Okay, I'm going to call him right now. We'll see. Answer, you fuck.
Hello?
Hey, Devin.
Hey, what's up?
You're on live, the Hard Mark podcast.
Oh, nice. Again? 2 weeks in a row?
2 episodes in a row. You made it. You made the big time.
Awesome. I'm super excited. What's up?
Ryan made a claim, and you are in a unique position to be able to confirm or deny it.
Okay.
Keeps.
Yeah.
For hair, to control hair loss. And potentially regrow hair in some cases.
Yes, I understand what it is.
Okay, are you still using this product, or you ceased?
Hell yeah.
You are still using it.
Yeah.
Okay, and your hair. I will say, for the record, your hair never looked better. The entire time that I've known you, it's never looked better than it does right now.
Wow.
Yeah. See, it works.
So Ryan, however, he did an independent study. Ryan claims that he read reports that Keeps could have some negative side effects sexually.
I mean, I've read that too. I will say, however, for me, no effects whatsoever. And I happen to be with my girlfriend. So if you'd like a second opinion on that, I can hand her the phone right now.
If you send us a picture, I will post it on our social media channels.
A picture of what?
Any proof that you want.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, well, I mean, it's your call. Okay, so a functioning wiener, it sounds like, is what you have.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all I wanted to know.
All right, cool. Yeah, no problems there whatsoever.
All right, any questions from you, Ryan, before I let him go?
No, this was great.
Okay, he's no questions from Ryan. He's good.
Yeah, no.
All right, cool.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Well, there we go. Don't you bet you have egg on your face, don't you, Ryan? He had a fully functioning wiener. He was with his girlfriend.
He was ready to back it up, too.
Yeah, his girlfriend's from Canada. You don't know her, but she's very satisfied.
If I ever leave this podcast, you just have to bring... Devin is the greatest fucking guy that we've brought on phone ever. And there's been some good guests. But Devin
I think we've only talked to 2, but yes,
he's just ready to go. He's ready to answer any question. You gotta respect it. Now, that doesn't make me... Well, fuck. Okay, maybe,
are you less of a man than Devin?
No,
then there you have it.
It sounds like he's an advocate for keeps. He sounded very, he's stoked. He's like, fuck yeah,
yeah.
And, he was ready to back up with the proof. It wasn't like...
To be fair, to play devil's advocate, it's possible he's saving himself for marriage and he just wanted to, play it up that he's very virile in front of his girlfriend. I don't know. Hard to say.
That's true. Devin strikes me as that kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. With his smelly-ass ear gauges and prison tattoos.
Does he really have... I haven't seen his hairline. Is it really,
It's noticeably better.
Really?
Oh, for sure. Because at Wave, when we were all working together, I don't know how much of this is going to make air right now, but when we were all working together at Wave, I remember he had a very noticeably developing bald spot because his back was to everybody when he was working. And now his hair is full and he looks like he's got the hair of a 20-year-old man.
So I should have, you gave me the chance to ask a question and that was on me. I should have asked him. I know some of these products work for only the back or the front. It's
Yeah.
And I think Rogaine is a back of the hair, how the back of your head. It doesn't really work for your hairline. So that would have been a good question. Maybe we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, maybe next episode. Maybe next Rumpus. Yeah. Maybe next Rumpus time. Hard to say.
But great to hear, a positive review. I'll take that into consideration. But, I still don't trust it.
Well, I wouldn't trust Devin as far as I can throw him. So, I'm right there with you. I totally get it. Moving along, to kind of tie in, not necessarily with our episode that we're going to be coming out with next week, Ryan, but to have a little bit of a wrestling tie-in, because again, this is a wrestling podcast, at least a portion of the time. The non-Rumpus time episodes moving forward shall be about an individual professional wrestling match, which if this is your first time checking us out, hey, thanks. Welcome to Rumpus time. This is just a casual conversation between two pals. Next episode, next week, next Thursday, you get some wrestling content. So check that out if you're a wrestling fan or intrigued by the world of professional wrestling. But to tie in with the subject of pro wrestling, there's a famous wrestler, not world famous and not whatever. He's a somewhat famous pro wrestler. His name, Bob Backlund. He was a world champion wrestler in the late 70s, early 80s. He was known for being somewhat eccentric, we'll just say. He's a very odd human being, well liked within the world of wrestling, but just kind of an interesting character. Apparently, I've heard this from multiple sources, so I can only assume that it's true. Apparently, when a child would go to Bob Backlund, would approach him out on the street, wherever he may be, when they would approach him for an autograph, Bob Backlund would actually make children recite the United States presidents in order to get an autograph.
That's impossible.
And so
Did anyone ever get an autograph from him? It's very rare that
no one has ever received Bob Backlund's autograph as a result of this. But then it made me think, and I was able to get 3. How many of the United States presidents can you recite in order from first to the number that we're at currently?
1.
You could do 2, right?
Washington, Andrews.
You just got 1. Yeah, okay, it's 1.
To be honest, Eric, I have never cared about United States presidents. It has been on my list of least interesting things. There's times in history where presidents get interesting, but I don't know. And You know those like YouTube videos where people go out in the street and they ask like a pretty basic question? I feel like I get those questions, right? Like this one, if you were to ask me in order, I don't even know the second president.
John Adams.
I said Andrews.
Yeah. Which I'm sure there was an Andrews somewhere.
The third? Fuck, I don't know.
Jefferson.
Like, yeah, well, you went to college.
That's right. That's how I learned those extra two presidents. But then, so I did look it up out of curiosity, and like I had heard of these other ones, but like I couldn't necessarily put them in order beyond the first three. But there's a Madison in there. James Madison, I think, is the fourth.
Right.
There's a
the fourth.
I believe that James Madison was the fourth.
Wow.
Which I've been listening to a lot of Saturday Night Live podcasts recently. My wife has been listening to, there's a Dana Carvey and David Spade podcast where they talk about Saturday Night Live a lot. Lorne Michaels, are you familiar with this personality?
No.
He's like the head of Saturday Night Live.
Does he like sit on the desk with all the guests? Like, is that, or is he?
What do you think Saturday Night Live is?
Well, like sometimes they do like, they'll do skits, but they're at like a desk and they'll have the map behind them, like,
Oh, you're talking about Weekend Update?
Sure, I guess. I'm not a big Saturday Night Live. Can recite the.
Name every cast member of Saturday Night Live from first to most recent.
I like Saturday Night Live. I do, but I only catch like skits of it. Like, I don't know.
He's not been a cast member, but he has been periodically on the show here and there.
Okay,
but he's always been like the head of Saturday. Like honestly, the more I hear about Lorne Michaels, he is so much like Vince McMahon, but. Like what Vince McMahon is to wrestling, Lorne Michaels is to Saturday Night Live, and now apparently to like NBC as a whole. Lorne Michaels apparently told somebody this piece of advice: when you're naming your child, like presumably this would be a boy, just because the nature of the advice. But when you're naming your child, give them the name of a former president.
I mean,
now this would never be in Eric's wisdom tree, of course, but I'm just telling you this is a piece of advice that eccentric. Probably billionaire Lorne Michaels gives out to people on occasion.
I think that's fucking stupid.
Why is that? I mean, I think his rationale was that if you give people names that are like equated with success, there is a higher chance of that child receiving success or having success.
That's a lot of. I feel like a lot of dumb people do that with their fucking kids. And that's how they're instead of actually raising them or like doing things that will like encourage, their education, or they just name them these prestigious fucking names and think they're going to like, have a good life because of that. Like,
are you bitter because there's never been a President Ryan?
There's a pilot named Ryan.
Let's see. Maybe there has been a President Ryan. I don't even know. Let's see. I'm going to look right now. No, there's no one by the name of Ryan. I don't think there's, to be fair though, there's also, I don't think any Erics either. C or Ks.
But those are both great names,
Have you given any thought to like baby names? Like obviously you don't have any buns in the oven at the moment, but like what your like ideal like boy name would be? Would it be Martin Van Buren?
I'm totally down.
President.
I'm down with naming your kids like with kind of what's generationally like appropriate, like what the new names are, keeping them kind of in that flow. Like Ryan was like, how they have those, you could see what the names were in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and like whatever a popular name is for a girl, boy, or whatever. Like, I'm totally down with that kind of idea for a name. Just keep it in the flow of like, you don't have to be super original. Like, it's a fucking name. Like, and you can like the name. But I just think, like, I'm glad I wasn't named something fucking weird. Or, like, old, I was named right in my generation. It was a perfect name. Same thing with you. Like, so I'm...
I mean, mine's way less common than yours, but yes.
Eric's a common name.
Not with a K.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you decided to go with a C or a K. I don't know what that means.
C is very feminine. K is very masculine.
Okay.
I mean, have you ever written these letters before?
If I've ever written these.
Have you ever written these? So when you write a C, down, you write a C. What is it? It's just this gaping maw. It just has this orifice that's waiting to be penetrated. Whereas a K is very strong and virile. It's jutting out with masculine energy.
It's got like two dicks.
It's got two big swinging dicks hanging off of it.
Yeah.
Off of one bigger dick.
Yeah.
Arguably 3 dicks. Whereas a C is a vulva.
It's like a uterus.
It's like a uterine. Yeah, exactly. It's a uterine thing. So that's how I've always equated the difference to be. But my name has been misspelled countless ways.
You can't blame anyone for misspelling that either. And that's on the people who name their kids Eric with a C and a K. And sometimes, is it ever CK?
You'd be, maybe you wouldn't be. You'd probably be surprised the number of people who misspell it as CK.
So that has to be a thing too. Like,
oh, I'm sure. I don't think I've ever met one, but I think that it is a thing. But like the amount of time that people misspell my name as a CK is shocking to me every time.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't think you can blame anyone for, at least your name can't be really mispronounced. You don't have to deal with that.
That's true.
But, I can see it being misspelled all the time.
Yeah. So you have no misgivings about your name. You're very happy and proud for your name.
I was, absolutely. I think it's a great, perfect name for when I was born. It wasn't too unique. It was just, it was a good, solid fucking name. I'm very happy with how my name came out. Like, yeah, good choice. Good to all my parents for doing what they did. You're
not mad that, like, 1/3 of every United States boy was named Ryan or Chris in that time frame?
Nope. That's where I want to be. Just don't make a scene.
What's your middle name?
John.
Man, they just really kept it fucking by the numbers, didn't they, your parents?
Well, my grandpa's name was John, so that's where...
Ryan John Murphy.
Yeah.
You sound like a cop out of Philadelphia.
I am not.
I mean, it's not too late. Yeah. It's not too... I mean, you're in fact, we kind of buried this. We didn't really even mention it. We were talking about it so much off air. Yeah, you're healed.
Yeah, my heels are healed.
Your heels are healed. So you could, in theory, pack up, move to Philadelphia and become a cop if you wanted to. You would be able to pass that physical.
No, probably not. But I could be a cop, Eric. I could be a fucking cop. Be a great cop.
You'd have to get rid of that goatee.
Yeah, no, this is just the work at home thing. Like,
sure.
Yeah, I could be a cop. I think that'd be actually kind of a fun job in some places.
You're power hungry. That's your deal.
I just, you have a great chance to make the world a better place.
That's what I always say. But you're all healed up. It sounds like you're a little bit sore. You might be starting physical therapy here in a little bit, but you've done it, and you've amazed the doctor.
I amazed the doctor. He was blown away. Yeah, it was an incredible moment between us that we shared.
you shed a tear. You touched fingertips. Yeah. It was like E.T. Yeah. He just kind of like extended his finger out to you, and he wanted healed from you.
Yeah, no, it was great. Dr. Zarn, big shout out.
That's right. Anybody in the general Las Vegas area, or if you're, do we know what he specializes in? Is he a foot guy?
I don't even know. Again, I don't go to the doctor a lot. And Greta went with me the first time, so she knew all this. But like, he's a PA. He's a physician's assistant.
Oh.
So the actual doctor did like the X-rays and said, "No, you don't need surgery," and like he looked at everything. He's like the orthopedic surgeon, but. Yeah, Dr. Zarn, he's a PA.
But he's still called a doctor, or are you just doing him a solid and calling him a doctor?
Well, I mean, I have to look. PA is it's not a doctor, it's a physician's assistant. Like, well, maybe, like, have you like nurse practitioners and like, they're,
sure.
I think doctors, they can prescribe. Like, doctors a certain level of medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But guys like he's the chillest guy ever, and he keeps calling me super young. He's like, "You heal so fast because you're so young." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, thank you. He's so much.
He knew the way to your heart.
I think his words just healed me a little bit quicker.
Exactly. That's what you needed. Just positive reinforcement of how young and virile you are.
Well, he looks like. I mean, that guy can't be over 40. Like maybe 40, probably like 30. He's like my. But. He's just a young guy.
Just look at your chart. Oh, you could be a Philadelphia cop if you wanted to. With heels like those.
Yeah.
Chasing perps up the Rocky Steps.
Yeah.
But congratulations. Send all your well wishes to Ryan. He has finally made it. He's out of the woods, 100%. Still got to break up some of the, I don't know what we're calling this, but you got to break up some of the scar tissue in your muscles that develop over time. Your ligaments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a work in progress. Are you going to do the pool walking like you were talking about, or no?
Fuck. I have a hard time going to the gym in general. I love
We've noticed.
You do a good workout, you feel good, but I have a hard time getting to the gym. We'll see. I'll keep everyone updated.
Mm-hmm.
I may not be ripped to death by the time I get to Vegas, and that's not my fault. I broke my heels, Eric. Otherwise, I would have been.
Of course, yes.
But, eventually, it's coming.
All right. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. Well, I think we're kind of on the verge of ending this inaugural edition of Rumpus Time. I hope everybody enjoyed the time spent socially here today. But one other thing before we get into the final segment here today, you messaged me out of the blue the other day. You had a dream.
I did.
Do you need me to cue it up at all?
I mean, I've been having some trouble sleeping, and I don't know if this is part of it, but yeah, I got into a deep sleep after some trouble sleeping, and I had this. Are you talking about the farmer dream?
Yes, I'm talking about. You messaged me about your farmer dream. A little, like I have virtually no information at all here, but
it's very quick. It was a rapid dream,
Okay,
and it popped up, and I was out there, Eric, on a tractor plowing some land. And I had this feeling in my chest, and there was country music in the background, Eric. I'm not fucking kidding you. There was country music, and I had this almost tightness in my chest during this dream. I was so fucking happy. I was just at peace.
Like the Grinch, your heart grew 3 sizes on that day.
If something happened, Eric, and I was, the fuck? And just plowing land on a tractor.
Please
I don't know if it's my stomach's roots.
Plowing land.
And, nothing else stood out about the dream except for this feeling I got, from.
Is this a dream you've ever had before? Have you ever expressed a desire to be a farmer?
I hate manual labor.
So the dream has effectively died. Once you woke up, you were did you give any thought to should that be my path in life? Farming?
I did. I thought for is this something my heart's trying to tell me?
Yeah.
What? But then I realized that I fucking hate any sort of yard work or farm work. I've never really done farm work, but my dad would always have we had a little section, and I would have to go do work, and I fucking hated it every time.
But you like mowing the lawn. You like mowing the lawn, though, a lot.
I love it. I love a nice... Yeah, right. And I think that's maybe part of it. Maybe I missed that a little bit. It was tied in. There's a little weird aspect of, me wanting to farm, but, maybe it's just, getting a nice, crisp cut lawn, the yields of your work, of your labor,
the wheat thresher.
I've never had that feeling in a dream, though. And I think it was a little bit the music playing in the background. I was just happy. Back in Snohomish, just out there.
I felt the same way when I had my dream with The Rock, where we were palling around being friends.
You're plowing around,
palling around, not plowing. I wasn't plowing The Rock. We should all be so lucky.
Yeah.
Do you remember how the dream ended?
No, it was very quick. I almost feel like I came up from under the ground, somehow. It was very weird, but it was quick, and I just I remembered it. I've been having trouble remembering these dreams, but that stuck out. That was the most recent and pretty much the only one that.
All right, I'll take it. I'm glad that at least there seems to be some sparkle of life.
Maybe it'll come back.
To Ryan's dream journal. I had more or less written it off after several episodes of no dream updates, and maybe that was the inspirata that you needed to get us going, but. All right, so with all of that said, we are going to launch a new segment. We will be ending all future Rumpus Times with this segment, a segment known as Ask the Talent. And so, Ryan, I know it feels like a lot of these things I'm just asking you questions, but in this is actually someone who's in need of advice. And so I scoured the internet. I went on Reddit. I signed up for a Quora account. To try and find people who were in desperate need of advice. And I thought you, with all your decades of wisdom and your positive outlook on life and your shirt that I don't know that I really like how high up on your arms your sleeves go there. But aside from...
I love
Got to show up the biceps. I understand. But I thought with all that experience, all that knowledge, you would be a valuable resource for people to kind of bounce their ideas off of. If you, in the future, have any questions, any things that you're desperate to know more about, you too can ask the talent. Just email us at hardmarkpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, etc. But the question for this episode of Rumpus Time, Ryan, the title of this, A Girl That I Like Friend-Zoned Me. Oh my goodness. So here's the full version. Do you want the full version, or do you want to weigh in on the title?
I've never been friend-zoned, Eric.
When I was talking to Heather about this, she said, I bet Ryan's going to say that he's never been friend-zoned. So here's what this question is. A girl that I like just said she was going through a rough time right now, and she just wants to be friends for now. What is the next step after that? So my first question has already been answered. Sounds like never been friend-zoned. Your cousin was instantly attracted to you. You didn't have to jump through those hurdles. Is that true, though? You've never been friend-zoned?
I probably have been friend-zoned before, but...
You've drank all those memories out of your brain.
There's a big friend-zone community on the internet, and you hear a lot about it, and
What? What does that mean?
I didn't really experience the friend zone like that.
There was never a point where you were interested in a woman or girl, and then she just wanted to be friends with you. Like that never happened.
Here's what I think. Like if you're if you're in a situation like that, you leave it. Like you're done. Like it's over. Like you just be friends with them. There is plenty of girls who are like great friends, yeah. I don't know if that's called being friend zoned, but you just leave it. Like that's it. You're done. Like don't pursue this. Like stop it. Like that. Stop this fucking internet frenzy of like being pissed off because you got friends up. At least, they want to be friends with you. Like, that's nice, right? Like, it's tough shit, like they don't want to fuck you. Like, that's too bad. Like, move on to like either pursue other interests or, just, you can either not be friends with them or continue. That's it. Like, it's very simple. I don't understand. I mean, I get that it hurts. I understand that. Like, it hurts. Things are painful in life, I broke my heels, I get pain.
Both of them simultaneously because I misjudged the size of a ledge.
You stop this fucking, like, complaining about being in the friend zone. Either move on and, don't hang out with them if it hurts too much or just be friends. That's it. Like, it's very simple. I've always thought this. Yes, I'm sure I've been friend zoned, quite a few times.
Well, no, you keep saying that. I don't. A friend zone is not.
You want examples? Like what?
No, I don't. I'm just saying. Like, I want to make sure you're not misconstruing the concept of what that is meant to be. Like,
I'm not misconstruing.
Friend zoned is not just like being friends with a girl. It's you're interested in this girl romantically, and she's not reciprocating of that. That's being friend zoned.
But I think then you have to move on. Like
no, I agree. I agree with you. I just wanted to make sure that we're both clear on that.
I get it. Like there has been times like I had in high school. There was this girl, and like we had like a romantic thing. We were friends, and then it got like into like are we gonna date? And then it didn't work, and because she likes some other guy. So is that friend zone? Probably ish. Yeah, like it's maybe not the same thing, but it hurts, right? Like it's that. Damn, like that's a bummer, But it's something everyone has to go through,
right?
And you got to fucking deal with it. Stop this internet frenzy of like being upset because you're friend zoned.
I don't know what internet frenzy you're talking. Is this a TikTok thing again? I say this knowing that it is.
Friend zone is like a hashtag, right? Like it's basically all over the fucking place. Like friend zone is a very well known term, right? Yeah, it's exactly like you said. You like a girl, she doesn't like you back, right? But you guys are, she just wants to be friends, like,
right?
So figure it out. Like, it's not a very complicated thing. Like, it's really not. You can try to pursue it and hurt yourself more. You could just, hey, I don't want to be like around it because it hurts, or like you just be friends with them. That's it. Like, it's okay to be friends with a girl. Like, that's okay. I get. I'm just saying, like, honestly fucking move on. Like, you're going to be happier. Like,
I love, is this going to be Ask the Talent moving forward? Like, you're just the perpetual bad cop in all situations. Like, fucking get over it.
I understand the pain, Eric. I understand.
You've never been friend zoned. You don't understand the pain.
I wouldn't say a lot of the times I have been friend zoned. I wouldn't say I'm a guy who's like that guy who's like super nice, like, no, I don't want to even say that. I'm not, okay. I just haven't been.
You're a sex machine. Everybody sees you and they're fucking attracted to you. And why would they not be?
Lucky for me that I've, been blessed with the name Ryan and people like, but yes, I have totally experienced where like you're into a girl that you've been friends with and like she's into another guy and that hurts. Like that is a painful, emotional moment, but you have to, like stop beating yourself up or beating the situation up and then making it worse because you're like crying about it. Like it's not gonna. You can't do that. You can't do it. You have to just make your decision. There's different forks you can take, but make a decision and stop complaining about it because this friend zone thing is just, it's all over the place.
The only thing I have to contribute to this conversation that you haven't already addressed here, I think the hardest thing to do, one of the hardest things to do in life is to be like honest with yourself and to like give yourself an honest appraisal of what your own strengths and your own weaknesses are. And I think, especially like young men, I think as you get older and you get more experience with this, like you just kind of learn to figure it all out. But I think especially with like young men, the whole friend zone thing happens and then you're like, oh, well, if I'm just around and I prove to her that I can be like a good guy and whatever, like eventually she'll come around and eventually she'll see like I'm a good guy and I'm worth dating and blah, 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 blah. I think you have to take inventory of yourself. And I think you have to basically say like, okay, am I being friends with this person because I really care about them and I actually want to be friends? Or am I only being friends with them because I'm waiting for my turn to date them?
For sure.
Which in all likelihood will probably never end up coming. But like if that's the rationale that this person's taking, I'm thinking you, like you said, you just need to create separation. That's not a healthy situation for you or her. You need to, just remove yourself from that and, emotionally grow.
Exactly. Like it's tough. It is tough for, like you said, especially when you're younger. Like maybe this is me more reflecting. Yeah. But you got to make a decision because it's probably not going to work. But that's a telltale sign that it's not going to happen, right? Like it's not going to happen. So figure out what you want to do and make a definitive decision.
There you go. Kindly Uncle Ryan giving the tough love.
Yeah.
Saying what needs to be said. But that's it. That's the first episode of Hard Mark Rumpus Time. If you're not hard, get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. Rumpus time is over. We will be back on June 23rd, next Thursday. That's right. We're moving to the weekly format. We're going to be back with a big wrestling match featuring Ryan's favorite, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So tune in for that. And again, once you get hard, stay hard, everybody. Thank you. Rumpus time is over.
Like you get more kinky?